So this is fun. Let's talk about this today. The horrors of LinkedIn.
To me, at least, it feels like LinkedIn has sort of become, in some of its corners, it's become like the worst of Instagram.
Congratulate Chuck on another year of being on LinkedIn or being in his job.
Congratulations on a work anniversary for this job that drives most of your misery. Yay!
I accidentally ordered almond milk instead of oat milk today, and it reminded me of the importance of adaptability in leadership.
Oh my gosh. Someone almost cut me off in traffic today. You know, that's a normal human experience. I'm going to turn this into a LinkedIn post.
Use the platform, engage with people. I think people who are doing really, really well are also people who are being really authentic. Hey Chuck, how's it going?
I just came back from the dentist, so I'm feeling a bit numb.
Ouch.
And the numbness experience is reminding me a lot of the numbness that leaders experience when trying to relate to their employees. Because I think that leaders experience numbness in so many different ways. You can go numb. All right, you're already laughing.
You, sir, are a LinkedIn post.
How did you guess? I'm being a LinkedIn post.
I can't imagine how I guessed. Well, so this is fun. Let's talk about this today. The horrors of LinkedIn. Yes. So your dentist experience has become a LinkedIn post. Just for fun though, follow the thread. Make it into a leadership learning from the dentist.
Yes. So many of us go through life on autopilot, and we can become numb to the experience that we're creating for other people. And I think this is the truth of leadership for a lot of people, that they don't realize how numb they've become to the experiences of the people that they lead.
I just want to point out for anybody listening, this is not scripted. Chuck just riffed on that. That is great. Like you read a lot of awful LinkedIn posts. You're really good at it. You sound like you could do this without even thinking.
I bet you could too. Okay, so let me give you just because we're riffing here, right? I'll give you a situation that's common in life, maybe something that that you've told me about recently, and you let's see if you can turn it into a LinkedIn post.
Okay, go.
Okay. You recently, when you were out for a walk, encountered a person walking a tortoise with a broken leg.
True story. There is a guy in my neighborhood walking a tortoise that is bigger than many dogs. Okay. Life goes so fast. Sometimes we forget that we need to slow down and take a moment. Today I saw a tortoise with a broken leg, and it made me realize that in leadership, we should also slow down sometimes. We're used to having 2 legs and 1 brain going at full speed. Maybe we should imagine that we have 4 legs with a broken one and we can only go at quarter speed. So please comment in the chat below and let me know, what would life be like if you were leading at quarter speed?
Wow, man, that's deep.
Deep.
Yeah. I'm going to have to really think about that. I know, like, how often do I go through life just too fast, and I don't slow down for the moments that are just beautiful and deep. Yeah.
I like that. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, cool. Well, you know what? So this leads me right into, the Humblebrag Olympics that we see a lot of on LinkedIn, right? Like, Chuck, I am humbled and honored to announce that I really appreciate that you saw the efforts that I did today. #gratitude. All right. So what are we talking about?
Humblebrag. I've won this award, and I just, with the deepest humility, I don't think I'm worthy of it, but I want you all to know that I won it. Yeah. So it's some version of that, the Humblebrag. I was just so, I was in the presence of these amazing people who are giants in the industry, and I just felt so small compared to them, but I won the award. Yeah, it can be Humblebrag.
Icky. All right. So what is it about this? All right. We're riffing on it and we're playing around, but what is it about let's call it the horrors of LinkedIn?
Yeah. Well, I think the part of what we're we're surfacing here just with these examples that we kind of roll our eyes at is it reads as insincere. And it feels like, to me at least, it feels like LinkedIn has sort of become, in some of its corners, it's become like the worst of Instagram, where, right, where like kind of like on Instagram, people are sort of creating a mock life so that others can envy them. On LinkedIn, it's like people creating a mock career also so others can envy them, you know? If I look successful enough, maybe you'll follow me and be one of my clients or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this idea that what an interesting concept, right? We're sort of creating envy so that we feel better.
Yes.
Curious.
I mean, I think that that's a lot of what social media is, like,
True.
so initially I think LinkedIn was designed to be a place for professionals to connect and, network, support each other, find leads, generate, opportunities. And I think that's all good. I think it still does that. But then if you think about how the platform sort of turned itself into a professional version of Facebook. And so then, of course, all the behaviors became, I think, the same. Where I know this, like when we get into like trying to showcase activities that we're doing with some of our businesses or promote things, I'm like, did it get any likes? Like I start feeling like like a teenager on Instagram or something. Like it's the same thing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We're chasing attention and chasing appreciation, I guess, and we want to be seen, right? We want to be seen, and we want to be
Yeah,
acknowledged for our work and the things we're doing. And so, yeah, it's a bit of a minefield navigating how to write things that are sincere and real. And I think, we talk about mindful leadership, right? So how do you convey your message in a way that feels real and authentic without sounding like a complete creep? Or even more so now, it's just like clicking the AI buttons to, quickly get something out there. So it's an
oh
interesting
yeah,
it's an interesting exercise for leaders to think about how to use it well without overdoing it and maybe even underdoing it.
right.
Um,
Yeah, one, I think it's also, again, if you think about, there are algorithms now that are guiding a lot of people's experience on a platform like LinkedIn. So, for example, it even pre-writes responses. Like somebody creates a post about like, I just did this thing, and I can actually click a button that says great job. So I
yes,
don't even have to think great job
I don't even have
myself.
to
Like
think.
there's a
Yeah,
button for it, right? I can just like I can post a reaction that easily.
yeah.
It's so one of the questions I kind of had as I was thinking about this is, what would I be like if I just did everything that LinkedIn guided me to do?
Oh, this would be
Right?
such an experiment. Like spend a
Yeah.
week just clicking the predefined AI responses. Wouldn't that be fun?
Right. And then doing all the things it tells me to do, like, the thing it tells me to do daily is get a premium subscription, right? What is that, like 750 a month or something like that?
I think I think it's a year, but
Okay.
okay, it's a lot.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
yeah,
It is. It's
yeah,
different.
it's
Yeah.
an investment you'd have to think about. Sure,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was thinking where you were going was the work-iversary, right? Congratulations, congratulate Chuck on another year of being on LinkedIn or being in his job. Um, yeah, what were you gonna say?
This one is for me, like, very few things get me this upset. But when I was watching LinkedIn prompting me for work anniversaries for people, I just got so enraged. And I wasn't enraged for myself. I was enraged on behalf of the people who have jobs that they hate. Because many people who have jobs they hate don't feel like they have a choice, right? And I mean, we could argue, of course, they choose to keep that job, they choose to go to work, but many people feel like they don't have a choice. They're in the job they're in, maybe because I know in the US, maybe because they want to hold on to their health care, maybe because they have two kids in school and, this is expensive or like whatever. They're where they are for good reasons that have nothing to do with loving their job. And imagine that person waking up one morning completely like doesn't even realize that this is a work anniversary. Oh my gosh, you've been in this job for 12 years. Today is the 12-year anniversary of when you told LinkedIn you got hired. And your inbox is flooded with congratulations on a work anniversary for this job that drives most of your misery. Yay.
Yay. I mean, this makes you more mad than people who don't know how to stand in a queue. This really upsets you, I can tell, right?
Because again, not being able to stand in line, that's just moderate annoyance. This is like, no, this is mean to people. And LinkedIn's like, it does, and it puts in my profile, congratulate Andrew on his work anniversary. And all I have to do is click the button. And if you hate your job, I've just added to your misery thinking I'm doing a nice thing.
Well, the only thing worse than receiving that from my best friend is like receiving it from people who connected with me 15, 20 years ago that I don't know. So, a bunch of strangers congratulating me. Now, luckily, you and I, we're very privileged. I don't think we're waking up hating our jobs. But I get it. This is going to be really, and it is a little weird because it feels so mechanical, right? It's like, people are congratulating you on this because a system told them to, not because anybody remembered it. And I think this is one of those.
Could you imagine? Like, oh, yes, today is November 13th. That's the day when Stephanie got hired at Walmart 12 years ago. I must congratulate her. Like, who does that? Who keeps that in their calendar, right?
Right. Well, what do you keep in your calendar? I mean, I keep people's birthdays in my calendar. I find that that's a nice thing to do. But it's true. I'm not putting in my calendar, oh, Stephanie got hired 13 years ago today. Let me add that to my calendar for next year. It's true, right? So we're becoming a little bit robotic in this, right? A system is telling us how to interact with people, hardly creating a humanized experience. So yeah, interesting. All right. So I know in part of our research for this topic, we had some fun examples. So maybe let's share some of those because I know there were some crackers in here. Let's see. We had I love this one. The sort of the mundane life events becoming like fodder for TED Talks, right? So everyday events being dressed up like something that could be, a life-changing TED Talk.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I just got a feeling and, numbness and that kind of thing. I was also thinking about again, another version of Humblebrag that you use your family, like your kids, to flag to your professional colleagues that you're not just a professional, you're also a parent. Right?
Oh, this is so wincy. I didn't get this into our research, but there was a guy I was reading last week, and it was so obviously fake. He's recounting a supposed interaction with his 2-year-old about why he doesn't go to work anymore. So daddy lost his job. Oh, why does daddy not go to work anymore? Well, because daddy had, values and principles. Oh, daddy, that's so impressive. Like, what does that actually mean? It's like he's recounting this as an interaction with a 2-year-old who obviously is, very advanced in linguistics.
Very so advanced, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So ew. Okay. Yeah. So using your family, especially your children, as content. And then they put a little asterisk or a star over the child's face because that makes it all better.
Oh yeah, you don't want to actually put your real child on there. You just want to put your real child on there.
All right.
Yesterday, I served my 2-year-old carrots and she threw them across the room, and I just learned a valuable lesson about holding on to one's boundaries. Right?
Well, what's great about that is you could recycle that in 6 months. You could go, yesterday my 2.5-year-old threw carrots across the room, and I learned a valuable lesson in not making assumptions.
Right. But yeah, a lot of so we could be not making assumptions, establishing strong boundaries. I mean, right. Making your preferences clear to your coworkers, right?
She screamed her head off, and I learned the value of making sure that all voices are heard in order to maintain a collaborative work environment.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. I accidentally ordered almond milk instead of oat milk today, and it reminded me of the importance of adaptability in leadership.
Oh yes, of course. That is one of the themes I also see. So many of these experiences end up being lessons in adaptability, resilience,
Resilience, yes.
agility.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
like you have to. Life throws you these curves, and so rather than just manage my own feelings about these curveballs that I got through, like, oh my gosh, someone almost cut me off in traffic today. That's a normal human experience. I'm going to turn this into a LinkedIn post so that
I
everyone else knows I had hardship today and I learned something from it.
I think we should rename LinkedIn to Hero's Journey in, because
Yeah,
everybody's basically just telling their own hero's journey about what they overcame, right? So,
right. It's true. It's also like MCS. It's like main character syndrome on
mm,
steroids, right? Like because these people are absolutely presenting as the main character of the story, and I'm definitely a non-player character when I'm reading it.
so true. I didn't think about it like that, but that's kind of like, yeah, it's glaringly obvious now you mention it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is it? What is it you used to say? Enough of me talking about me. What do you think about me? Please put it in the
Exactly.
comments below.
Yeah. Put your thoughts about me in the comments below. Definitely. There were things like that on actually, and I haven't seen them so much on LinkedIn, but I definitely saw them on Facebook. There were like sort of cries for feedback on Facebook a few years ago where people were doing this like in the comments below, give me your impression of me. What do you think of me? Like, and I'm like, I'm reading these, I'm like, nope, nope, I am not. I'm not writing a sentence about my feelings about you. No.
You're right. We haven't seen. Oh,
Right?
that's going to drift
Yeah.
over. I'm surprised we
It
haven't seen it.
will.
Actually, it's true. Yeah, yeah. Like, please write about the impact I first had on you, or I had on you when we first met, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then I can
Exactly.
follow up with a 1,200 word reflection about how, when my cat died, it taught me resilience, and you can put lots of crying emojis and heart emojis in the comments to boost my
Mm,
algorithm.
yeah. Oh, that one's also good for vulnerability. Yeah, which is another
Oh
life
yeah,
lesson that we should learn over and over again. Yeah. Are we being heartless? Are we being like jerks now? Like,
totally. I
okay.
mean, well, yes, I
Okay.
did.
Okay.
I felt like I was going to defend that, and I was like,
No, we kind of
well,
are.
well, we
Yeah.
kind of are, but also I think jokes aside, like why? I mean, we could just sit here and riff and make fun of it, but why? Like, what for me? Like the stand is really clear here. Like, use the platform, engage with people. I think people who are doing really really well are also people who are being really authentic, and I sort of hesitate to use the word because it's such a buzzword and it gets overused, but like being your real self and coming from a place where it's really clear that you're grounded, you're level-headed, you're not seeking sympathy or empathy votes just for the sake of it, but actually like there's some really good stuff out there. You see people coming up with some really good ideas, sharing great content. So it's kind of like being careful not to drift into that weird, insincere, sort of fakey stuff. And I think that the way you respond to someone's post is very telling. I might be moved, I might be inspired, I might be fascinated. These are all pretty healthy reactions. I think the moment you wince or go ew or whatever, there's probably something a little creepy in there, and I think that what just comes to my mind. It can feel preachy, and I think when some stranger is telling me how I'm supposed to be more successful or to be more this, how I'm supposed to be is not a good angle. Talk about yourself. Main character syndrome. Here's what I learned about whatever, getting up at 4 a.m. This may or may not be for everybody, but it was an interesting experience. I think there's a way in which you can present that that's neutral, humble, maybe an insight into what works for some types of personalities. But you'll get a lot of those, the 4 a.m. crowd, right? The Grindset prophets going, sleep is for babies kind of thing. Or go to sleep at 5 p.m., so you can wake up at 3 a.m. Um, it's got a very make wrong energy.
Yeah. I think that's another example of how these can be abusive, mean, unhelpful, where somebody's like, Yeah, like oh my gosh, I wake up at 4 a.m. I, meditate for 3 hours. You know, I did a, a fast. Like they're sort of bragging about how they're hustling, they're working harder than everybody else. And the reason I'm successful is because I'm doing the impossible and the rest of you aren't living up to it. And so what it does, I think that mindset also just establishes some really dark parts of our culture that nobody should be reinforcing, which is like, because I don't think I believe, and I don't think most of us believe, that the problem is nobody works hard enough. Like that is not the cause of all our cultural woes. That, right? Like it's
Yeah, yeah.
right. It isn't this, nobody actually works hard enough. I think it's actually people are working a lot without purpose. I think people are working for people that are taking advantage of them. I mean, there's a lot in our culture that is dark and horrible, but it isn't laziness. I'm not
No.
by that, right?
Oh, that's such a good point. That's such a good point. Yeah, I think you've just sort of nailed part of why this is so triggering for a lot of people. It's just like, yeah, you're making people wrong for things that have nothing to do with why they're suffering in the workplace, right? They're struggling because, like you said, they don't have purpose, they don't have meaning, they don't have inspiring leaders, they don't have a sense of contribution. They're maybe not being treated particularly well. It's not about getting up at 4 a.m. Um, and
Well, and
listing it in five or
yeah,
10 minute increments just makes it even more obnoxious.
it also reinforces what a lot of companies want their employees to think. So, you have employee surveys at some companies that show high levels of stress and burnout. So, what does the company do? They teach you mindfulness practices. They give you mindfulness workshops. Okay, what do you learn in those mindfulness workshops? You're not meditating hard enough. That's why you're stressed out. It's your fault, right? You're not devoting enough time to it. If you don't give yourself 45 minutes of meditation a day, that's on you. I mean, and so a lot of this is getting reinforced culturally in these kinds of posts. Like, you need to do this more, harder, faster, sacrifice more. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting because that then, in a way, that sort of feeds the need for the antidote posts to that, right? So you get like
Mm.
the LinkedIn influencers who think that they're philosophers, right? So there's always somebody offering some kind of great wisdom in how to handle this in the how to handle all of this, right? So they'll come up with these slogans like be like water, be like fire, or just be anything, just be. True leadership starts with you being you, or like these sort of random. But in a way, the market is open to those folks because of the other ones who are pushing the 23 hours a day of hard slog, no toilet breaks kind of thing is the only way to be successful. So of course we get the LinkedIn influencers, the spiritual preacher types of like it's all for the right reason. So yeah,
Well, let me
so
ask you
it's
this.
go.
Okay, who do you know? Like, I would challenge you. I challenge anyone. Who do you know who thinks we need more influencers on LinkedIn? Who do you know who's like, oh my gosh, I wish I could find an influencer on LinkedIn? Who is that?
my, my lack of answer is the answer.
Right.
I thought you were going to ask me something like, yeah, okay. So yeah, of course, right? It's
Are
kind of
you
like who.
longing for this? Like, are you like, oh, if I could only find somebody who could be an expert to tell me how to do my life and my work, I'd be happy. I'm going to try to find that person on LinkedIn. Who's looking? Nobody's looking,
Right,
right?
right.
So why would
So
you want
yeah,
to be that person that nobody's looking for, right?
yeah.
I'm being preachy right now, but yeah,
No,
it's
no,
like, wow.
of course. But I mean, there's so many things out here. There's some great threads out there on various social media platforms as well about the LinkedIn lunatics and things like that. So for those who are inclined, have things to do on on their breaks, or who are the lazy among our listeners, if you've got time to just hang around, to waste time, you could do some digging on things like LinkedIn Lunatics. It'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, Chuck, I want to hear at least one more great example from you that you found when you were doing your research on, the horrors of LinkedIn.
I like the airport lounge epiphanies.
Oh, I love those guys. Is this the guys who
Right.
just talk really loudly all the time?
It's probably the same guys. So
okay.
So we have, just for our listeners, we definitely have a character that shows up in our life whenever we're traveling, and we call this character Lounge Guy.
Lounge Guy.
Lounge Guy. And so Lounge Guy is the guy, and it's usually a guy, but sometimes it's a woman too. It's the guy who will take calls in the lounge when everybody's sitting quietly and being polite. Will take calls at a volume that makes sure that we can all hear everything that's going on with this person and their business.
I'm
Right?
so grateful to
So
Lounge Guy.
Lounge Guy.
Actually, I'm going to make a leadership tagline right out of that. So, Lounge Guy. My experience today with Lounge Guy reminds me why it's important to have boundaries in the workplace, and it's important to make sure that all voices are heard. It reminds me of the time when I was unaware of my leadership impact, and it makes me so grateful today that I #Humblebrag am really good at knowing my impact now. How'd I do?
Nice.
Okay.
You did great. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, I managed to sneak in a humble brag there as well. I got a leadership lesson and a humble brag. #winning.
Being in the lounge right now, listening to this Lounge Guy at full volume really has me aware of the fact that I don't always have to live my life at full volume. That sometimes the quieter moments are the best moments when you're a leader.
That's good.
Right?
That's
Right.
good. That's good.
I think we could just do this the whole time. That's very fun.
We could.
Well, what I was going to say is it has me reflect on the sometimes randomness of life and its opportunities. Because when you fly, and when you fly frequently, like I do, humble brag, sometimes you get upgraded and sometimes you don't. And even those flights when you don't get upgraded, maybe the person sitting next to you is your next corporate lead. So you never know. So again, that's the sort of philosophy from airport lounges.
I love it. #curious, #compassion, #heartbreak.
Well, when I do my next revamp of my LinkedIn profile, I'm going to put a fake job title.
Yeah, what's your job title?
Oh yeah, my fake job title is going to be I'm the CEO of candle making.
Oh.
Right? Or I'm the chief motivation officer.
I think you should stick to the
CMO.
Classic letters, right? So you can be the CFO, but you can be the chief fun operator.
Oh yeah, I like it. Definitely. Yeah.
Or the chief eagle officer, the chief experience officer.
The CWB, the chief whiny person.
Oh man!
Right?
All right, so let's put in some takeaways here before we wrap up. So what are the takeaways we want to be pointing people to? Of course, one of them is, it's a great platform. It has tons and tons of value. It has evolved into something really spectacular. Use it intentionally. A lot of people are using it on autopilot or lazily, and it's almost like you'd be better just not using it rather than doing something lazy. Take 10 seconds, think of a creative response to somebody, use your own words. That would be one.
I like that. Like type your own response. I like that. I think also, come up with your own reason to celebrate other people. Don't just do what LinkedIn tells you to do. I think it kind of goes with make it real. I think you can make an announcement. You don't have to pretend to be humble about it. That actually makes it worse. You know,
Yeah.
you can be seriously honored. You can be seriously excited about an opportunity. You don't have to like pretend that you're not.
Right.
So
So
yeah, a lot of it's
yeah,
going to be real.
be real. Right. So share those accomplishments without theatrics. Be yourself. Like if you've achieved something, it's okay to celebrate it. Just keep it
Mm.
simple. All
Yeah.
right. What else would we say? Like, okay, well, I mean, of course, just be human. Like, I would always say to people, if you don't talk like this to your nearest and dearest, don't talk like this to strangers. Like, what's real for you? What's real about your stories, your reflections? Do it neutrally.
Yeah.
Do it grounded. Don't boast.
Yeah. I think like I would say if I want to listen to a TED talk, there's a whole website for that. We don't need more TED talks that we didn't ask for.
Right.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Is there a nice
and
way
a
to
lot.
say that? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of it is about farming for engagement, right? So a lot of people are, I think it's like LinkedIn isn't your therapist and your coworkers shouldn't be either. So I think there's something about like
Right.
there's a right place for right things, and maybe LinkedIn isn't it, especially if it makes you look good in a really exaggerated way. It's probably more for your benefit than the audience.
Hmm.
So
Maybe the principle is like don't use it as a place to perform. Right. There's other places that are better for performance. This is where it gets really cringy. So maybe that would be kind of a guideline. Like don't try to perform here.
don't try to. And I think the last one, and I'm sure this is relatable to anybody who actively uses the platform. Connect to people you genuinely want to connect with. Like the powerful networking element of this is can't be understated. Spamming people with sales pitches or auto generated messages about connecting, yeah, it's kind of boring. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. I think the kind of the general tone I'm getting from you is like do your own work, right? Don't use it as a place to automate ways to connect to people.
Yeah, I mean, I regularly get invitations to connect to people who are, you know, I don't know, I can't think of one off the top of my head now, but it's like,
Hmm.
do you need help with, acquiring mining materials or something completely unrelated to my industry? It's like, okay, well, this person didn't read my profile at all, or who's the right person in your organization to connect to for? And it's like, yeah, this person hasn't even read my profile, so don't be that person. It's annoying.
I I'm always joking with you. Like we keep getting pitches from companies that want to help us manage the barrage of customer calls that we get.
Oh, right, yes.
Right. And I'm like, when was the last time we got a call from a customer in our business?
I know.
Right.
Do we telephone? Okay.
Do
All
we do
right.
that? Is that a
Do we
thing?
do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the horrors of LinkedIn. So yeah, just be mindful of who you're being out there, and if you have some time, do some digging for LinkedIn horror stories. I'm sure you'll find plenty of examples, and it'll keep you wildly entertained while you eat your sandwich at your desk.
And if the sandwich on your desk reminds you of an important life lesson, maybe keep that one to yourself.
It doesn't need to be posted.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everyone. Well, stay safe
Stay kind.
and stay human.